quick video. Wanted to talk about, there's the fixed velocity and then velocity in the SP. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. If you hit shift here and hit number 1, it'll turn on the fixed velocity. Otherwise, generally speaking, your sounds or pads are velocity sensitive, right? You can see VLEL right up here. If it says FIX, then it's fixed, right? It's pretty simple. But I like to leave the velocity on and play it, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I recorded in a bass line for this song. I'll let you look at it. So that's how I play it, right? When I played it in, I chopped it up and went back to play it again because I wanted, the reason I chopped it up is because I wanted certain parts to vary in the way they sound as far as the pitch. And it's not like in a DAW, you can go in and slice a section where you played and move stuff around and adjust the volumes and all that. You can sort of kind of do it in the SP, but you got to chop the samples, okay? That's just what it is. So I chop them into these parts, as you can see here. But instead of leaving this at a fixed velocity, and that would be where it plays that same sound or that same velocity every single time, I'll go back in, and when I play the song, I'll play it into the song. So it'll sound like this. Now that's me playing the pads into it. What it does for the song is it makes it feel more real. You ever heard a song that's a 4-bar loop song and it just sounds like a loop, the whole song, and it kind of gets old quickly, like because it's just 4 bars, you're hearing the same thing over and over and over. So what you can do to fix that is instead of just playing a 4-bar, after you get your, let's say you get your keys set the way you want them or whatever, your chords, however you record, you can go in and literally just play these parts on an 8-bar, let's say. You know, if you can do 16, that's fine too. But you can play that same pattern for 8 bars. And now, because you played it, every time you hit that pad, the velocity is going to be a slight bit different. And that slight bit difference makes a difference in the song sounding like it's been played again versus you just using a loop over and over and over and over. So I'm not going to show it to you because it's kind of here, but you'll see where I'm going to do this little method here. This will show it to you. This will be the easier way. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making a stem. Okay, so I'm going to hit the remain, go back to pattern, and look for a free space. Oh, wait, I already did it, actually. Then I would put it on a free space. I actually did it here. So I'm going to show you now what it looks like. I forgot I did it already for you. All right, so check this out. So here it is, the one I did in the song. You'll see the velocities are close, but a little different here or there. They got a little lower there. Okay, so see how that's different? Now I could take and make a totally different one. I could do it again, play it through on the song again, and have one that's a little bit different. It might vary, it might be a little louder here, a little softer here. But you can see that just by varying the velocity, by playing it actually off the pads with the velocity on, you can actually create the same bass line, but maybe it has a slight variance because the velocity varies a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. In a DAW, we don't think about this as much because we can just go back and if it's on MIDI, you can just adjust the velocity, or if it's audio, even now you can go in and clip portions and adjust the audio on it. It's pretty easy, like in an Ableton or whatever, to do it. But on the SP, because we're not working with MIDI necessarily, it's kind of difficult. So that's the way I would do it, is just play it through twice at least, and then you have the varied versions of it. And by bouncing it down to this, you get to see where it's at, right? And then you can make yourself 2 copies of the bass line by playing it again. So I could delete, remove that portion of it, go back in and do it again. And then I always have this saved so I can just back it up and throw it in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'm going to do it myself in here because I know it works. and it ends up being better sounding. So something has some variation in it, especially when you're only working with 4 bars and it's all, it's the same 4 chords or the same whatever that you're doing repetitively. So anyway, that's it for this one. I'm out. On to the next one.